Oh gosh, here we are again. Good morning. Are you guys okay? Well, I know you're feeling some sort of way, but guess what? Wherever I end up, you get to enjoy it as well. So don't feel no type of way. There's no jealousy in this, all right? Whatever I enjoy, you enjoy because you're our viewers and you get to see it first. Whilst we try to figure out where I'm at, let's go over and see what's happening at our news desk.
Good morning. President Donald Trump emerged from Tuesday's presidential election with a bigger than expected margin of victory, leaving many wondering what his return to the presidency could mean for the Caribbean region. Former St. Lucia Prime Minister Alan Chasney, who is himself hoping for a similar political comeback, has been commenting on what Trump's return could mean in terms of U.S. policy toward the region.
I think it's safe to say that both parties, the Democrats and the Republicans, have not really, in my opinion, had a strong enough policy to support this region. I'm concerned that both political parties now have spoken about building a wall. I think it's within the Americans' rights to stop illegal immigration, meaning people who are just crossing the border without being properly checked. But that's going to have significant implications, I think, for us because it's going to tighten up security, which means it's going to make our region more vulnerable.
On the campaign trail, Trump pledged an unprecedented immigration crackdown, including mass deportations. St. Lucia has joined in the observance of Medicine Safety Week. The week of November 4th to the 10th is observed as Medicine Safety Week with the goal of encouraging individuals to report suspected side effects of medicines. This year marks the 9th annual Med Safety Week social media campaign.
As the Ministry of Health, Wellness and Elderly Affairs joins other countries in raising awareness of the prevention and reporting of side effects of medication. We also want to highlight a vital message that concerns us all, the safe and responsible use of medicines. This year's theme, the importance of using medicines in the right way to prevent side effects and to report side effects when they do occur, underscores our collective responsibility in ensuring health and safety. Medicines are essential tools for healing, but they can also pose risk if not used appropriately. It is critical for both healthcare professionals and the public to understand how to use medication safely and to recognize potential side effects. More importantly, it is crucial that side effects are reported promptly to healthcare providers.
The public is encouraged to report any side effects from medications to their pharmacists and physicians. By doing so, you can play a crucial role in improving medication safety for everyone. St. Lucia's National Anti-Money Laundering Oversight Committee took an important step in strengthening national security with a specialized anti-terrorism training and sensitization exercise.
We are going to be attending plenary, and at that plenary, St. Lucia applied for 7 recommendations for re-rating, and I'm happy to report that all 7 recommendations have been re-rated positively. So St. Lucia is going into this meeting having improved our re-rating standing just as last year.
This training underscores St. Lucia's commitment to aligning with international standards as the country continues to enhance its anti-terrorism financing framework. Now, the Sandals Foundation, the Georgia Aquarium and Clare Caribbean have teamed up to host a series of shark education workshops. The workshops are aimed at improving shark education and awareness among students, fishers and others in Dennery, Soufrière, as well as Gros Islet.
We are having a shark education training here in St. Lucia. We're teaching fishers and government agencies about the importance of sharks, the types of sharks here in St. Lucia and what to do if they see a shark, as well as the sustainable use of sharks and how to conserve sharks and make them better in their marine environment.
The workshops educate participants about the different types of sharks as well as their importance to the marine ecosystem. That's your news summary. Thanks for watching. Good morning.
Did you guess it yet? Okay, you have some more time. We're taking a break and come back. Was east wind, then you are definitely correct. We're here at Isween's Hotel, and we caught up with Allison because Allison and Isween's is also part of the SLHTA and the Lions Club of Groseley's program, where they're trying to encourage, you know, a little bit more safety, a little bit more encouragement in terms of men getting their prostate tested. And we caught up with them, and they have the program running right now, actually. I'm here. I'm joined by the lovely Alison from the Isween's Hotel, and you know, we are talking men's health. Quite a great emphasis has been placed on you know, trying to get men. You know, men don't like to do. I don't know what is the fear, but men generally don't like to, you know, do checkups like the ladies. We run before a little something. We don't even have to feel a little something. Ladies in that we do our checkups, but the men are a little bit more skeptical, a little bit more reserved, a little bit more resistant when it comes to actually getting their testing done. So I think it was quite commendable that the Lions Club of Groseley, partnering with a few of the hotels on the island, East Winds being one of those, and making those testings available as part of the program at the institution establishment, where men could have actually gotten their test done, and not the usual traditional way, but through a blood test. So Alison, you were on hand to witness that, and what was it the receiving like at your establishment?
Well, when we introduced it originally, the employees, they did want to find out how it would be done. So when they were told it was a blood test,
Right.
they were interested. We do have about 27 employees who are eligible, the 40 to 70 year range.
Wow.
And so they are coming in today. So far, we have seen about 13 of the employees come in.
Okay.
So we're just waiting for the others because they're staggering coming in. So we're here until 3 o'clock this afternoon.
Right, but it's a good start.
It is.
It is a good start, because I mean, you heard generally men don't really
Go to the
opt
doctor.
for that. You know, they don't do that. So to have had 13 at least, if that's the all that come for the day, it'd still be a step in the right direction.
Yeah, but the rest are going to come. The nurse did come in about 9 o'clock, and by 10 o'clock we had already seen at least 10 or so. So that was a good start, and the rest of them will come. I am confident they're on their way. Some people are working later in the afternoon.
Okay,
they
so
will come in
the shift
before
system.
they come, yes.
Right. Now, from an establishment standpoint, how vital is this for, you know, to be part of something like that? You know, to be part of that you know, mission.
Initiative, yes. Yeah, it's very important. As you said earlier on, men are not the type to go to the doctor as women do. So it's important for us to collaborate with SLHT Lions Club and to get them to go. And as I said, the reception was very positive, and it's important. We do have a health insurance also, so I mean, all of that, we try to ensure that our employees go to the doctor
Wonderful.
and take care of their health. So it's important.
Right. Is that something you plan to continue?
Well, as long as the SLHTA and the Lion Club, they do participate or collaborate and they do that, yes, we will participate.
I know, but I was asking in terms of even if they don't. I mean, because you've seen the you know, how good it is for your with you as an establishment. Even if they don't come on board next year, is it something you might be able to?
Oh yes, sure, yes, we will. It's something, and they have also praised the nurse, very professional, and you know, people when it comes to blood tests, how they are frightened, but she did a great job. So
they sent a good one.
exactly.
Big up you, Nasi. All right, wonderful. What do you hope to see future-wise for, you know, I mean, we have a lot of people viewing right now, you know, a nice little lady like you from the East Wind might be able to convince a few more persons, you know, male, to be able to get up and go on, you know, start taking the initiatives and getting their health together.
I mean, prostate cancer is one of the things that a lot of men are affected by. So I think it's important for them to take the initiative. The collaboration also extends to family members of the employees.
Really? Oh.
So if we do get family members who are willing to do it, we will ensure
Extend
that
this.
they do it.
Wow.
Yes.
Well, this is a nice
So
thing.
It's important.
Absolutely. So you hear that, man? Get up now, man. Go to the thing. And that's a new, the perspective that they now can do it through a blood test. I guess that's a big relief for a lot of you men. So.
Yeah. And if we have employees who do not come today for whatever reason, because sometimes
Right.
things happen, they can also go to any of the wellness centers.
Oh.
And there's a list of, we have a ticket that we give them. There's a list of all of the centers that they can go
Come
to.
on now.
So it's not ending here. So if you don't do it today, you can always do it.
If you can pick up the courage today, you can actually,
yes.
you know, go sleep on it, pray on it, and then you could go whenever you feel comfortable.
Exactly.
I like this.
Yeah. So,
Well, this is a full circle with this program. It's quite.
Yeah.
It was very well thought of.
yeah.
well,
Very good. Very good
commendations.
initiative.
Yes,
Very good
commendations
initiative,
to
yeah.
everybody involved,
Yeah.
including the SLHD and the
Lions
Lions
Club.
Club of Bruce
And in
Lee.
collaboration with the lab services, Dr. Stephen King is also
Oh,
on
Dr.
board with
King,
that.
come on,
Yes.
absolutely.
So we have to give mention to that.
All right.
Yeah.
So everybody involved, and of course, all of the hotels who have,
Yes.
actually joined in. Because if they didn't have anybody to work with the same way, it would not have been a possibility as well. So I really do hope we see a lot of positives springing off of this in the future.
Yes.
Well, thank you, Alison.
Thank you. Maureen.
Well, and your little space is so nice.
Yes. It's
All right. Well, some excitement. St. Lucia Cricket HPC. Let's talk that. Here's Wayne O'Geese. I'm here with Mr. Wayne O'Geese, and he is the chairman of the St. Lucia HPC. You remember these letters? You know, the last time we were on the Marshall Field and we caught up with Sunil was here doing some training with some of our young cricketers, and we did catch them at that level. So now that program has come to an end, and graduation ceremony and all of that has gone down. It is the first time that this was actually attempted here in St. Lucia, Wayne. So, I just want your synopsis, rounding up the first ever HPC training process, including our young cricketers on the island. What was it like for you?
I think we had a fairly successful year. This is something that some of us who've been around the game, we've been longing for a very long time.
Absolutely.
And when the government of St. Lucia, through the Prime Minister and his cabinet of ministers, gave us the go-ahead to do it, in fact, I mean, that was a very special day for us. We were extremely elated by that, because we recognize that it's very important to help the players transition from under-19 cricket into senior cricket. And it was so successfully managed this year through the intervention of, we have our own coaching staff, led by John Eugene, Dalton Polios, Mr. DeRose. We have a strength and conditioning coach. We had a mental skills coach who's no longer there. Okay. And we also have strength and conditioning. We have strength and conditioning and the physio. Right? Together, they made a phenomenal year of it. We had support from St. Lucia Kings in two ways. First, they gave us equipment.
Wow.
Then secondly, they had Coach John spend at least a full IPL season with the Punjab Kings. Wow. I mean, that was phenomenal. The experience gained from that was tremendous. He's able to come back with that, pass it on to our boys. But also, they sent, as you said, Sunil Joshi, who came across, and he shared another perspective with the boys, and I have no doubt that it has helped them tremendously.
Right. And the rounding up of this tournament, of this program right now, what is the spin-off? What has happened? What has come out of this? What happens now?
Okay, well, first we have right now about 7 players contracted on the first class scene. Yes, extremely.
Right. Okay.
Yep. Very pleased about that. 5 of them came directly from the HPC.
Wow.
You're talking about youngsters who probably played for St. Lucia for the first time. John L. Eugene, that was his first year, played for St. Lucia.
Wow.
You had Noel Leo, first year playing for St. Lucia.
Wow.
Keon had played a couple years prior, Keon Gaston.
Nice.
And of course, Akim and McKenney, who were with the West Indies High Performance Center in Antigua. Well, Kimani Melius is also contracted, and Shadrach Descat. So we're extremely pleased by that. That achievement. Yeah,
this is absolutely wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, we can't stop now. So I'm thinking we just wrapped up. We graduate this crop of players.
Yes.
Are we looking to heading to the second?
Oh yes, we've done so. We just took in an additional maybe 9.
Okay.
9 players. Again, young men who are very eager. And for us, attitude is everything. We like the talent. Obviously, they wouldn't be there if they didn't have the talent. But we really want the hard work from them, just like the first group. The first group worked really hard, and if you know Coach John, you know he's a taskmaster.
Right.
So it's work.
Good.
And we're very excited about that with the new crop we have, and a good set of fast bowlers, good spinners. There are a couple of youngsters who we would have loved to have on there, but they're at school. Yeah, one is in Form 5, Cody Fontenelle from Monipo. He's a fantastic talent, he's a leg spinner. We have young guys like Can Elcock, who's at South Louis, he couldn't be part of it, and Jonathan Daniel also, who couldn't be part of it because of as a student.
Hopefully tier 3 they'll be well
Hopefully
available.
tier 3 or even on a weekend program. So we'll look at some sort of flexibility program for them to ensure that we prepare them, because some of them can still qualify to play for the West Indies under 19. So we want to ensure that we do all we can to get them ready to contribute.
What's the overall vision?
The overall vision is to essentially...
I don't want a diplomatic vision. I want the vision from a person like yourself who is passionate about this sport.
The vision is really to get as many players on the West Indies, if not on the West Indies, into the Windward setup or into franchise cricket. That is really the vision. And at the end of it, we want to produce young men and women, right? Because we have Nerissa Crafton who joined also, right? We want to produce young men and women who are committed, who are dedicated, and who will be upstanding citizens in the country.
Absolutely.
That's really what.
And we have enough examples to know that it's a profitable venture for them as well.
Absolutely.
Wonderful. What's the take home?
I think right now, for a fact, right now, the National Lotteries Authority is the one funding the entire program. And I think it's an excellent program. We've seen the fruits of it. Our young lady, Zida, was in the program. She's now in the West Indies team. Kiana in the West Indies team. We have others who are on the periphery of, well, some of them are in regional teams. We'd like some of them, even the ones who are currently contracted, we'd like to see more of them in the first 11s, right? But essentially, we'd love Corporate St. Lucia to come on board with us, Maureen, because it is a huge burden that we're carrying. We have seen the successes. I mean, we had four of our St. Lucians in the St. Lucia Kings winning team. Two of them played fairly substantive roles throughout the campaign. And again, you're looking at young players who were part of the High Performance Center. Without a doubt, the training here would have assisted in aiding them in helping them make their contribution to the Kings. So we'd really love to see a bit more support from Corporate St. Lucia. We're in conversation with a few. I think we're pretty close to signing off on a couple, but we still need the support.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And we follow everything HPC online. And you have a website, HPC
Yes.
St. Lucia?
Yes, we have a website, St. Lucia HPC, St. Lucia Cricket HPC.com, and we also have our social media pages.
Absolutely.
Likewise, yeah.
So we could definitely follow everything there. But congratulations to the players who have been drafted and those who are now have the opportunity of, joining the force. Why not? Absolutely. Let's get on board and let's support. Ride. Vroom, vroom. Let's go on over to Automotive Art. I know you don't know how to read tire. Let me teach you something today. Tell me thanks later. Now, for a very long time, I've been trying. I had to come by my friends at Automotive Art. And I caught up with Migs this morning because, I don't understand how to read a tire. And I know I'm not alone. So calm down. You don't know either. And about to tell me thanks because I'm about to teach you this morning with my good friend here. Migs, what's going on? Migs, you get it a lot, right? A lot of us don't really know how to read a tire. There's a lot of markings on tire that tells us things that we need to know. Like we could know if a tire been around long, it might be a brand new tire, but based on the year is actually on it. Yeah. I know little something. So when I realized all that happened in here, I say, but hold on, there are things I need to learn. So you're going to teach me this morning, Mix.
I remember.
They want try your best for real. How do you read a tire, Mix? How do you know what you're looking for? Okay, so they tell me my vehicle is 16s. What I mean?
Usually, if they just say 16, that's just the diameter of the rim itself. So
Right.
if they say 16 tires, they generally mean it will fit a 16-inch rim, which means hair would be 16 inches.
16 inches.
Yes. The
Right.
most important numbers, generally speaking, in terms of service level explanation, you look for something like, for instance, let's say 215 40 17. So in this case, 215 is the width in millimeters. So
So you're looking at that?
yes. So
Right.
just this one. So 215 millimeters
Right.
and 40. Generally speaking, a misconception is people think 40, 50, 60, 75 is just a standard number, but it's actually an aspect ratio. So this 40 actually means 40% of 215 millimeters. And that gives the side profile, or the quote-unquote height of the tire.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Okay.
now, if you have to explain this entire tire, it's 215 millimeters by 40%, which is the sidewall, and then 17, which is actually the size of the rim.
That's the 17th. Okay.
Yeah, that's the 17.
Hey, talk the
As
language.
you can see, we have an assortment of tires. So if we go down the line, and there is a set of tires that actually perfectly explains the whole concept of aspect ratio. Let
Okay.
me see if I can find it here.
Very well.
Yeah,
Very
here
well.
it is.
Okay.
So here we have 295 50 16.
That's a huge tire. What that for?
That is usually for the newer buses, actually.
Okay.
So
Okay.
we developed these tires specifically for like the new, I believe it's the high roof, is it? The
Okay.
Nissans.
Okay.
So this is
295 15
16. So that's
60.
295 millimeters.
Mhm.
50% of 295, which
Right.
is again the sidewall,
Mhm.
and then 16-inch rim.
Right.
And then this shows a comparison and why you should pay close attention to these things. So that's 295 50, so 295 millimeters again, 50%
Right.
sidewall and 15-inch rim. So a 15-inch rim would fit here and 16-inch rim would fit here.
Okay, but if you don't understand me, I just see 295 and you just run with that. And then you have a 15 and 16 in your
Yeah,
hand.
so generally the place where people get a little bit confused is the 50.
Okay.
Because a 50 on a 295 will not be the same as a 50 on, like, let's say a 265 or 255 or something along those lines. So all of the numbers are actually very crucial in terms of actually understanding the tire size that you need.
When you get to the sides, like you get to the side of the tire and you have all kinds of things written on there. Well, that's okay. You have the same thing here, right?
Yes.
What is this? There's a 108H M plus S. What is that?
So these are speed ratings and load ratings. So speed rating means the safest high speeds you can actually go with the tire, and then the load rating is the amount of force or the weight that the tire can actually have on
Imagine
it.
that.
Now there is a chart that you can actually look up on Google, social media and whatnot, which actually gives you the
Right.
specifics in terms of the highest speed you can reach on those tires safely,
Right.
as well as the amount of weight each of the individual tires can take safely.
Right.
Some other information that you may
Like
actually
these things, right? So you know, does it have the date so you can know when the tire was made? You have things like this.
Yes, you have that information. It varies from tire to tire, so sometimes it's a little bit difficult to actually locate it.
Right.
But the things to understand, it is a 4-digit number. The first two indicates the week of the year that it's produced. So, like, let's say it has something along the lines of, like, let's say we have 52 weeks in a year. So if it says 52, that means it's made in the 52nd week, and then the last 2 digits will obviously be the year. So if you have 52, 24, something along those lines, it will be the 52nd week of 2024.
2024.
Yeah,
Oh.
so that's another crucial set of information to actually pay attention to, because generally speaking, I believe you, after about 3 to 4 years, no, 3 to 5 years,
Right.
depending on the condition, even if your treadwear, with treadwear meaning, like,
Yes.
even if your tire is filled with treadwear, after a certain amount of time, you would have to change your tires because it becomes unsafe. Like
Right.
all synthetic rubbers or just rubbers in general, after some
Okay.
time, even without use, it degrades, it dry rots.
Right.
and
So that's
whatnot.
when you're buying a tire, it's very critical to look at that.
Yes.
Because you would know whether that tire is been there for a while,
Yes.
although it might look like a brand new tire.
Exactly.
That's what I'm trying to get for you all. Tell me thanks, I'll tell you later on. Wow. There's a lot more we could learn, and I think I'm going to start to come by you a little bit often.
not a
But
problem.
fellas can tell us, okay,
We'll look
ladies
forward
on
to
the
this,
road,
yeah.
and come change your tire now, I can change my tire. Right, wonderful. Ladies, tell me thanks. Some of y'all fellas need to say thanks too. Thank you, though, Migs.
No
Thank you very much. And listen, the next time you come across anywhere you're purchasing your tire, learn how to read a tire. so you know what you're purchasing.
For sure.
That is critical little things. You know, you never thought about that. You sit down there in front of your living room and it never dawned on you. Listen, man, maybe I should check this out or maybe know what I buy next time. Yeah. You're welcome.
Next time we're doing rims, I guess.
We're doing rims? I guess, you know. Miguel gets sweet on the thing there. Next time we're doing rims. I agree, totally. And in case you mind my business, you'll realize that I'm going to be doing a weekend here very soon. Don't follow me because that's not true. I have not decided to do that yet. When I do, you would not know. All right? That is our show for today, guys. As always, it's always such a wonderful, wonderful thing to wake up with you in the morning and to just inspire you to go on out and be great. And that's exactly what we want to do again today. You rise, you've got life, and that's a precious, precious gift. Don't take it lightly. Go on out and make the most of it. 24 hours. We all have the same. What are you going to do with yours?